everyone, Princess Rainbow Gaming here, and welcome to part 6 of Doki Literature Club. If you didn't see last time, which I'm currently uploading as of recording, you should definitely go check it out, because it is quite surprising. Anyway, as we always leave off, we have to create a, poem for the Literature Club, but it's a little different this time, because as we saw last time, it's the main reason why she's not here. Sayori's little chibi is gone, and that only leaves Natsuki and Yuri's chibis. So, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. Anyway, let's get into this game. So, I'm just gonna click a bunch of random words here. I got them both bouncing. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Hi again, Princess ID. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hahaha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else was already hanging out. Bo! Your face there. Thanks for keeping your promise, Princess RD. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not fully accustomed to it.
Oh, come on, like she deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take it seriously, you won't hear the end of it. You won't see the end of it.
Whoa! Monica, you're covering the words here. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki finds herself stuck between, say, Monica and manga.
Manga is legit!
Wait, is the room tilted? Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Princess RD. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you really don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try and be a part of this club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. The room is slanted, I'm noticing. Are you sure? I just felt like, as vice president and all. Hey, wait, you took Sayori's position. That I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't normally read. We could, discuss it if you wanted. How is Yuri accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Whew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. The room was slanted! I knew it! Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried into a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
Ugh!
I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her, just in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Oh! Okay, that's another sensor.
Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up?
Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf.
Manga. You read manga, right?
Sometimes. Monica's that, but okay. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know, anyway?
I heard you bring it up at some point.
Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack.
There it is.
Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Rude. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest.
Much better. Seeing a box set with only one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world.
I know that feel. I get a closer look at the book she's admiring. Oh, I'm tired. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible.
If you're gonna judge, you can do it right through the glass on that door.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything.
It was the tone of your voice.
But, okay.
I'll tell you one thing, Princess Ivy. Consider the... In fact...
The heck? History, please. Can I see that?
Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact...
Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box.
I'm going to show you exactly why.
She shoves the book right into my hand. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly... No.
Don't just stand there. Come on.
What? Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats the ground next to her, signaling. Oh, that's how. Signaling for me to sit there. I'm gonna do something. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat.
Chairs wouldn't work. You can't read at the same time like that.
Eh? What is that? Oh. I guess it's easier to be close like this.
Don't just say that. You made me feel weird about it.
That's adorable. So I found that if you right click on like right here, you can actually like make the thing disappear. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's particularly a bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I don't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, and much more eager to begin reading than I am.
Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning?
You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then?
Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish the series. Hey, are you paying attention?
I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of girls in a bunch of men. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kinda grew out of these, since it's rare for the writings be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. You sure this isn't boring for you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
You say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited whenever I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. Know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in? Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get any of my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up without them all being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face.
Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who won't judge. Much less friends who don't judge. Much less friends who are also into it. Guess I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. My dad would beat the crap out of me if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's being a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it.
Well, it's not like it solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, correct?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Time passes. Natsuki's strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki?
Yeah?
Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! The heck? The heck?
Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here.
Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. He throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper.
I told you not to...
She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth.
Don't worry, Princess RD. She's fine. It just happens every now and again. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now?
What the heck did I just see? This is so... I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair I shared mine with her first.
Well, let's start off with the things I don't like. First of all,
Natsuki rereads my poem.
Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion.
Then what's the point of sharing it in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said.
Ugh. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours is really bad. You're supposed to be showing me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like.
Whoops.
And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy.
So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in the throat.
You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're self-important. Pretty sure.
Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you like my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right?
Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
What? Just be honest.
I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it?
Well, because everyone in high school thinks the writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people wouldn't even take my writing seriously.
But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand. Oh.
But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line.
So you did. Guess more went into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. Glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Yuri! Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Well done. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah.
Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
So it is that bad.
No! Did I raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face into her hand. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, really. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I can learn to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form and fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It may take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if you're apologizing to yourself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe calming, breathing the air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. I'm sorry if I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Actually, I think your handwriting is very pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Princess. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and express experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a simple picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is being symbolically I cannot read that word. Symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more soul in putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Monica!
Hi, Princess Artie. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions of the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, we'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Princess Artie. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier we all learn to get past soon.
Yeah, that's true. I have Monica my poem.
I like it, Princess Artie.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected.
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment.
You say so.
Yep. So, if you're interested in Natsuki, then I'll always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. But sometimes she just loses all of her strength and shuts down. Like earlier. This is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. But hey, some guys are into petite girls, you know? Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Oh, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it. Hole in a wall. But he wasn't looking at me, confused. I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling plays tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He is right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. What?
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it.
Sorry, I'm not
really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, I think that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous when to talk about deep stuff like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice today. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Whew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It says everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Natsuki and Yuri. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this English?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thank you. Yours is cute.
Cute. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple of suggestions.
I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Princess Artie did too. So based on that, I'll give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change it anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Princess Artie liked my poem too, you know. She even told me she was impressed. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh no, the music cut! What's going on?
oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress and remember, Yuri.
That's not what I... You just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Princess Artie appreciates my advice more than she appreciated yours.
And how do you know she didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself?
No, I was full of myself. I'll deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one whose breast magically grew to size bigger as soon as Princess Artie started showing up.
Natsuki!
Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you.
Take your own insecurities out on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking. You want to be edgy?
Edgy? I'm sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learning to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know.
What is going on? If you want to improve anything, stop harassing others with your sickening attitude.
You think you can counterbalance
your own toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Whoa, be careful, or you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fudge is wrong with your head?
Yeah, go on. Let Princess Artie up hear everything you really think. I'm sure she'll be head over heels for you after this.
Sorry. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was just standing there. Princess Artie, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
What the? Hey, whoa! Hi.
Hey, Princess Artie. Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay?
Yeah, let's get away from that.
Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend some time with you instead.
Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Natsuki? She runs away.
Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done.
I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to you, Natsuki. Or did. Sorry. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today.
It's fine, Mary. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want.
Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer.
I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done.
Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today.
It kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Mary.
It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Princess R.D. It would be embarrassing with you listening.
I guess I really don't have a choice, do I?
I'm sorry for causing trouble, but The fuzz? What the? I have no idea what the fudge I just saw. Okay, well that ends this episode. I'm gonna go and watch some YouTube to get that out of my head. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you will be notified whenever I play this again. Also, I'm thinking of playing the mod Monica After Story when I'm done playing this game. So if you want to see that, comment down below and I will do my best to make it happen. Anyway, don't forget to follow me on all my social media and go subscribe to my other channels, Princess Rainbow Dash and Princess Rainbow Gaming. I mean, Princess Rainbow Travel. Anyway, oh, my head is messed up. Let me try that again. Don't forget to go subscribe to my other channels, Princess Rainbow Dash and Princess Rainbow Travel. Anyway, Princess Rainbow Dash is my main channel where I do a lot of my other videos when I'm not gaming, and Princess Rainbow Travel is my vlog channel where you can see me do a lot of home videos. And maybe I'll do a vlog or two. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Doki Doki Literature Club Part 6, and this is Princess Rainbow Gaming, signing out.